Spears and Steinberg.
You know what the fuck it is?
Aries and Andy, Jew and the Jerk.
You know it's time to get this work.
The real raw, gutter, uncut cocaine. No political corrections.
Always sleep.
Fuck being awoke. We discuss politics and jokes.
Scribe, we lit.
There's levels to this shit. Before you was sucking on your mama's tit.
Aries Spears don't give a fuck.
We talk about race a lot, racism,
Sexism.
Much love to my loyal bitch bag holders.
Rollers, clip loaders.
We got them in the folders.
The whole world on our shoulders.
Spears and Steinberg.
Yeah.
This O Steve has been brought to us by Ramon Martinez. It's an O Steve by Bobby Patterson. Hey, Bobby Patterson here. You know, I have a real thing for blondes. And not just any blonde. Those blondes with the really dirty feet, kid. They're my fucking favorite. They're fucking to die for. Nothing like seeing a drunk blonde with those dirty feet. Gets me going every fucking time. I remember one time there was this one blonde, a real hooker. A real looker hooker. I seen her around the way every day and decided to finally fucking make a move. Turns out it was a fucking trans kid in disguise. I thought her name was Susan, but turns out it was an Irish guy who was a fucking trans. I said, what's your name? He said, oh, Steve. Yo, we back. Thank you, Raymond Martinez, for that. Appreciate you, brother.
Nothing like helping us stay woke.
Yes, and fucked up. We joined again. You heard him yesterday, Wednesday. Now he's back with us again because we are here in his neck of the woods, Florida. Our man, Nery Signs.
What's up?
Yeah.
Hey, Steve.
Always good when we can play some pickup ball with another baller. We had a great. I loved towards the ending of yesterday's podcast when we started talking about Creed and it bled into Black Adam because Nery's passionate about that shit, man.
Yeah, man.
You brought it up. You led.
No, because he and I have had conversations prior to. So let's dive right in. First email comes to us from Darren Bird for the pod. Good evening, Aries, Andy. Aries, can you improv a California gang member doing a drug deal with Tony Soprano? This would be hilarious. What the fuck is this Molian coming towards you? Paulie, watch this fucking guy. How can I help you? Yeah, I wanted to buy some drugs, cuz. I was sitting in my core, and I wanted to get some drugs from you, nigga. First of all, I'm not one of your fucking niggas. You better go back to the hood for that. Second of all, we don't do fucking cocaine or any type of drugs here. It's just strippers and pussy. I don't know what the fuck you're thinking about, and I'm not talking about my right-hand guy here. I'm just saying, send me some drugs, cuz. Hey, acidic homeboy, get the fuck out of here before I have you buried in the fucking BQE. Tony fucking Soprano. I don't know how funny it was, but I gave you what you wanted, Darren.
I liked it. I always like when you used to do the
LA dude?
Yeah, the LA.
My core, cuz.
Cool.
And my core. God, I'm glad I don't have that accent. Fucking hate it.
It's one of my favorites.
I like the fact that you're like, I'm glad I don't have that accent, as if there was a chance. Like
well, yeah.
What life, like what alternate universe would you, Aries Spears, have fucking that accent? Like
if I was from LA, right?
Nah.
Yeah, if I was from LA, I would have that.
Not everybody that's from LA has that accent.
I know, but if you're born, bred, and raised, and grew up in the ghetto and in the hood, you got that accent.
You'd sound more like
Ice Cube has that accent.
Ice Cube, yeah, you'd sound more like Ice Cube.
But Ice Cube has some California
Sure,
shit
but
in
not
him.
that dude.
Well, not that deep.
Yeah.
But it's in him.
If you were a weightlifter,
Oh wait,
one of them bodybuilder dudes from the hood, you would have that.
Yeah, now we're talking about fantasy now. Aries at the gym. We're talking about fantasy shit right now.
Hey, take it easy. All right. This next one comes to us from Corey Jenkins. Snowfall, season 6. What up, A&A? Man, this season of Snowfall gonna go down as one of the best of the series, if not the best. I know you're waiting to binge it, so I'm not gonna spoil, but you got a nice bag of chips waiting on you. I had a couple people that alluded to this being the best season.
Are you gonna dip in a little
Dude,
early?
I need because this season is almost over. I got to find out. I know based on the timing of it, Godfather of Harlem should be wrapping up, and Mayor of Kingstown.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna binge watch all 3.
I haven't seen any. I really want to see Snowfall. Do you watch Snowfall though?
No.
Mayor of Kingstown. What was the other one? God, I know you don't watch Godfather Harlem.
No.
You didn't
Why
know.
would you say it like that?
Nigga, please.
Why?
Because I know.
Why?
You don't.
Why? I like the samurai in the hood. I like the what's his name?
You like the Los Negros?
No, what's his name? The dude.
Forrest Whitaker.
With Forrest Whitaker. He did.
Oh,
he did
okay,
that movie,
all right.
He did the movie The Samurai where he was the ghost.
With the RZA.
Ghost. Yeah. Was it Ghost Dog or Ghost?
Ghost something.
Yeah.
Forrest Wandering Eye.
Yeah.
It was
Forrest
Wandering Eye. Yeah, that's his. That's
Oh.
his.
You know he has a twin?
But the twin is the good eye.
No, his other eye is fucked up.
I never knew he had a twin.
Yeah, they're like the super when they get together. The
hilarious.
create the powers.
No, when they get together, it actually looks like perfect eyes.
Yeah,
man.
it's perfect
Right.
eyes.
Dude, you don't even watch Tulsa King?
Tulsa King, hell yeah! Watch
saw
Tulsa
that?
King. Yeah,
It was great,
yeah,
wasn't it?
Fucking phenomenal.
Man.
I tweeted about it. I talked about it. I'm like, yo, I'm not trying to be that, but that show is so fucking good. It has no business being as good as it is because the first episode is kind of cheesy.
Set in Tulsa.
Because the first episode is kind of cheesy because they overdo it with the fucking. They try to be Sopranos.
Yeah.
They overdo it like
But I don't think
Stallone trying to be.
But I
didn't-
thought it was
didn't get that.
necessary.
The first episode, but then every episode he finds his groove and you go, yes, all right, here we go.
Do you know part of that's filmed in New Jersey though?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes they substitute New York with Canada. Like,
Yeah.
a
Well,
lot of them.
they substituted Tulsa with New Jersey.
Yeah.
Sometimes they substitute Miami with Cocaine Cowboys. Cocaine Bear, I'm sorry. Cocaine Bear. Sorry.
Dude, you got to check out Mayor of Kingstown.
All right.
It's fucking
You
amazing.
know what I've been watching right now? You know what I've been watching? I'm caught up. I'm like 5 episodes to catch up to the current season is The Blacklist. That's a lot of fucking shows, dude.
I've never.
Yeah, my
love
girl, Elisa likes that show.
love that
Hardcore, dude.
Oh, that show's amazing.
That and Dexter.
Well, Dexter,
What kind of core?
no.
Hardcore. Nigga, when you exercise, you gotta go from your core. Your car? No, you gotta come from your core when you get out your core. And you try to be hardcore.
Well, I would like to see that guy having a conversation with a guy from Boston about going to the gym out of his car. Because you gotta get a car.
Right.
Yeah.
When you say your cat, you're gonna confuse me, Nary. I'm gonna get fucked up over that. Core, cat. What was I gonna say to you real quick?
Tulsa King.
Tulsa King.
Blacklist. I fucking love that motherfucker.
I've seen a few of them and they look good. I know
There's
how
so-
many episodes
there's
I'm gonna
so
have to
many,
watch to
It's
get.
a big
Oh,
undertaking. It's a big
You
undertaking.
ever seen Ozark?
So I started watching Ozark.
No.
The very first episode
Oh
of
no,
Ozark.
your energy is wrong.
The very first episode of Ozark is amazing.
Oh no, they're all amazing.
And then the next 3 episodes, you go, what the fuck am I watching? This shit is so.
Nary, you gotta stick with it. I promise you.
No, there's some seasons that go a little off the
No.
rail.
No,
I'm
Yes.
talking about season 1. The very first episode, amazing. I'm like, yo, this is and then there's episode 2 and 3. You go, what the fuck am I? This is boring as fuck. Can we get to something?
No.
Can we get to a killing?
No,
Nobody?
No. It gets good, but it gets a little fucking out there sometimes.
You don't think there's shows where you just you ever
Yeah, Cobra Kai.
I like Cobra Kai. Did
love
you?
Cobra Kai,
I love
man.
it.
I love Cobra
But you
Kai.
I
said
haven't
you-
seen
you-
this
but you-
last
but you
season.
said you didn't
I haven't
stop,
seen
you
this
didn't
last
like
season.
it.
No, it's not that I didn't like it. It's just the storyline is the same storyline. They just miss each other every time from getting it right.
yeah,
and so I was like,
it's that romantic comedy. You're like,
it's like watching Friends with
like, you know
Jennifer, the Jennifer Aniston.
And don't no niggas watch that.
That's what it's like.
that's
though.
your problem, dog. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Yeah.
That's your. What do you want me to say? Like, why wouldn't you watch a good show? I don't understand.
Cause ain't no niggas in it. And they
That's
in New
not
York
true.
City.
That's not true. We were talking about Friends or
Friends.
I think we were talking about Cobra Kai. I'm sorry.
No.
I feel you. I feel you. I feel you about Friends. I always say that about the more time passes from Friends, the harder it gets to watch because the more times I've been to New York, you go, it's impossible to
Come
get a
on.
group of fucking 6 people
Come
without one of
on.
them being Hispanic
Ugh.
or black. Like, it would be harder to find 6 white people hanging out together in New York City than it would be to find 6 people who are not fucking.
Right.
It's so
That's
much,
true.
It's so crazy. You're like, all right.
From Antonio Parker, Chris Rock. What's going on, A&A? I'm listening to the 420 Pacific Pod. What you guys are talking about? What Chris? Wait, you guys was talking about Chris Rock. I like Chris, but he used Dave Chappelle's set for his special. Just think about it. All the topics he talked about, really, I felt was Dave's specials. All his topics felt that way to me, like OJ, trans people, etc. Let me know if you think I'm reaching. And I know all topics are open, but it really felt that way to me. Hope I don't get a $10 a lot of money. LOL. I'm so glad I read this podcast. I mean, this email because Nary, y'all don't know, but I could feel his energy, yo. He and I had an extensive conversation about Chris. And again, I say this with all due respect. And I've always put said this. Genius. I get the brilliance. I get the genius. Chris Rock, one of the greatest comics of this generation. He just doesn't do it for me. That's not to say I'm denying him anything, but just comedically for me. You know what I mean? It's like if it's Thanksgiving and you pass grandma's yams to me, I'm sure everybody can enjoy the yams. I'm sure they eat great yams. They just not for me. Don't let what's not for me take that away from what's for you.
I want to hear Nery on this, on the yams.
Those yams suck, dog.
Those
fucking yams suck. I don't give a fuck. Like them. That's cool. You like them. That's cool. Everybody likes them. I'm fine with it. I'm not hating on the yams. I'm just saying, you're very political about it. You're very like, it's not my cup of tea. And to an extent, that's what I'm saying. I just think that the reason why those yams are my cup of tea is because they suck. They suck, dog. I'm sorry, they suck.
You don't like any of his specials?
None.
Nah, man.
So
I can't agree with that.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being phenomenal, what do you give him?
Look, man, so I don't want to sound like a hater. And as a comedian, as a fellow comedian, obviously not to his level because I'm not selling out. I get it. I understand. I'm not a hater by any stretch of the imagination. I love comedy. I love comics. And I love the fact that not all comedy is made for everybody. And Chris's comedy is not made for me. I just don't like it. And
what do you think for you is the disconnect?
He's not funny. Everything
Which is subjective.
Everything he says, his style of comedy is to repeat everything 3 times and get louder as he says it.
He doesn't do that when he's testing out his material. I watched him work his material, and he makes sure it's funny before he puts any criticisms on it.
I like a judge is based upon his specials. So I can't talk about when he's working out material because I've never seen him when he's working on material. All I've seen, as most of the people who have seen him, they've seen him through his specials.
So you don't like the extra that he puts on?
I don't think it's funny.
So
it's all poignant. It's like he talks about poignant shit. I think if you get a bullet should be $1 million or whatever money amount he makes because that bullet is really gonna count. But where's the funny in that?
So the bit about I love black people, I hate niggas. You didn't think that was a brilliant bit? And for the record, I think that bit is brilliant. But does it make me go, oh my God? No.
So
but I see the brilliance in it.
So I can't separate the two. When I'm watching a comedian and he doesn't make me laugh, I can acknowledge, that's a smart thing to say. That's a very good point. That's an astute point. That's very poignant. But I don't go to comedy to say that's so poignant. That I don't do that. That's just not my cup of tea, bro. I just don't think he's funny. I don't think he's funny.
But with a Dave Chappelle, you do go, that's poignant and funny.
Correct.
But the funny part is subjective.
Okay, sure. But the subjective part to me is that he doesn't make me laugh. So if he doesn't make me laugh, how can I judge him based upon anything else? As a comedian, how can I judge him about anything else? I don't know him as a person, never worked with him, never met him. I've worked with his brother Tony. Super funny, super nice guy, Tony.
Tony's very funny.
Very funny.
And I said I like Tony more than Chris.
A lot more. Hilarious, super funny, super nice. And this is no disrespect on a personal level to Chris. I don't know him. I've never worked with him. I just don't find him funny. That's it. It just don't find him funny. And all the shit that he does, I'm not mad at him. Get your bag. I'm not mad at him for going to Netflix and getting $30 million, whatever the fuck it was. I'm not mad. Get your money. That's great. I'm not one of those guys who's going to sit here and talk about any comedian and be like, why does that guy have a special and I don't? There's a lot of dudes that are like that. Why does that dude got a special and I don't? I don't give a fuck, dog. Get your special. I think it's great. Get your money. Get your bag. I would just like to get a seat at that table, too. Let me get a seat at that table, because if you could get a fucking seat at that table and you're not funny, shit, I know what I bring to the table. Let me get a seat at the table. So I'm not hating on Chris by any means. I just don't think he's funny, dude.
Nary, you're my soulmate.
I just don't think he's funny. And I don't want to sound like a hater, and I don't want to sound
But that's what you'll be depicted as.
But I don't, and there's plenty of, I can mention other people, because people go, because he's rich and famous. Nah, bro, there's plenty of rich and famous comedians. We talked about Dave Chappelle, Jim Jeffries, We could talk about, all these guys who I think are super poignant, very smart, intelligent, and funny. And I just Chris doesn't do it for me, bro. I don't think he's funny.
Fair enough.
Sorry. Those yams suck.
Justin Poppy, Andy Strikes Back.
Wait, but you didn't answer that dude's question. You said he just all his topics were about Dave Chappelle, and I think, to be fair to your reader, to your listener, I think it's that Chris was trying to tackle all the quote unquote hard topics.
Which I think any comedian should be
sure,
able to
but
do.
he's like tackling them in the same order that Dave Chappelle. It just seems a little bit like, that.
I think that when someone is as genius though as Dave, let's and I do mean it. I do think Dave is one of the most genius comics ever. When he does his jokes, he casts in such a wide brush that you basically knock down everything that can be said.
Right.
And so when someone else goes and gives their point of view on it, it can sound that way. And I think that I've said this about. Now I'm gonna forget his name because this is what I do.
Give me clues.
White dude, best white comic right now.
Best white comic? Bill Burr?
Yeah, Bill Burr. Yeah, Bill Burr when he does his thing. I can't remember people's
I like
names
the fact that he's like best white comic
right now. Same thing. To cast such a big brush when you can't. It's hard to do an abortion joke because he killed it with.
I had that. I had a bit very very similar to that. The thought process, not the baking the cake part, but the whole thing about I've said this for years in my regular life. I've said that I believe no man should tell a woman what to do with her body, but it's still murder. That doesn't change. I've said that. I said that to my wife one time. I'm like, what do you think about it? We were dating, and I was like, well, I think it's awful for any person to tell a woman what to do with her body. She's like, right. I'm like, but it's murder though, right? It's still let's not be. We're not hiding. So I've said that before, whatever. But then he added the baking cake part,
which was genius. But that takes kind of it out. I think that's what Chappelle's done. But I thought Chris's was poignant. I don't think that it was following suit of Dave. So. I don't see that, but I also like Chris, where I'm sitting between two people that don't.
No. Clarify that. Clarify that.
You don't find them funny as a comic.
There
you go. Okay. But there's no way that you could say you didn't like him because you don't know him.
No, but to the listener and to the Twitterverse, they're going to be like, this guy's hating on him. I'm not hating him. I just don't like his comedy. I don't find him funny. That's it.
Okay.
And people act like if I fucking said something about his mother, like, dude, how dare you say that about you don't think Chris Rock is funny? Like, Jesus Christ,
we live in a cult climate right now.
Oh my God.
What's up, guys? Poppy here. Well. Andy has finally farted back. LMAO. I was cracking up when Aries said, "Did you just fart?" And it smelled too. But anyways, here's a documentary I would like to recommend. And since Andreas is officially a New Yorker now, it's only right for him to check it out. Aries, I know you're not into baseball like that, but I think this one you would enjoy. It's called Reggie, the Reggie Jackson documentary. This was a good doc. I would give it at least 5 yos out of yos. The way he pulled out all the rings, he was flossing hard body. Reggie name deserves to be side by side with the other GOATs like Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, Ali, and Babe Ruth. There's this part of there's this one part a commentator or interviewer said that Reggie Jackson is a show-off, a hot dog. But one player said there isn't enough mustard in the world to cover Reggie Jackson. Where I'm from, Aries, the Bronx, that's a ayo or pause moment. But I felt like that was just a flex. Basically, everywhere you go, you're going to hear my name. Hope you guys take a look at it and talk about it on the pod. Sorry for the long email, and I'm typing this while I'm high. I'm praying I don't get a $10 a lot of money later. No, you didn't, brother. Yes, I'm not really a baseball dude. I do know who Reggie Jackson is. What I really enjoyed, and I mean, obviously, Reggie didn't have the issues that Darryl Strawberry and Doc Holliday. Was it Doc Holliday?
Doc Holliday. I think it was
Doc Gooden.
Doc Gooden. I'm sorry.
Doc Holliday. We're thinking of Tombstone.
Right. Right. I'll be your Huckleberry.
But Doc Gooden, I don't know if you guys ever saw the 30 for 30.
Yeah.
I thought
that was Cocaine Cowboys Part 3.
But listen, man, I love that doc, but I remember as a kid in the 80s when Doc Gooden was at his peak, pre-drugs, and Strawberry. They were the rave of baseball.
I don't know about pre-drugs. It was probably peak drugs.
Yeah, it was during drugs.
It's probably peak drugs.
Okay.
That's what the story's about. They're on drugs.
Right. Well, no, but before they
Yeah,
did
because they're
drugs,
throwing really hard.
but before they were fucked up on drugs, there was a time when they weren't.
Well,
Sure.
yeah.
And they still were great.
Yeah, but they weren't throwing that high heat.
Let's not promote drugs, fellas. But yeah, man, they were the talk of New York.
Yeah.
I just don't recall, and I'm not saying just because I don't recall it wasn't true. I don't recall Reggie Jackson like that.
No, that's why he's.
Reggie Jackson was in the 70s, though.
But he was Mr. October. He's
Yeah, he's
everything
Mr.
that they
October.
said. Listen, I saw the doc.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because I do like baseball. He deserves more. He does
Yeah.
deserve more than he gets right now. But the doc was great because it wasn't just a doc. They did very standard documentary stuff in it. But he was also interviewing other players from the same time period. And it is fucking awesome, man. And there's a whole thing with Raleigh Fingers. And the only reason I'm bringing Raleigh Fingers up is Raleigh Fingers is probably the best name for someone who plays baseball.
Yeah.
Raleigh Fingers.
Or Fingers Chicks.
Fingers.
Or a molester, the neighborhood molester. Don't go around Raleigh's house. They call him Raleigh Fingers.
And he has that mustache too. That's a little
that's
molesty.
fucking-
But no, it's a really good doc, and you should check it out because just because of what he's talking about, what he went through
I
as
think
a
it's on
black man
Hulu.
in sports.
Really?
I think it's on Hulu or
You've seen it?
It's on Prime.
No.
I watched it on Prime.
Yeah, something like that.
But yeah,
Right.
you should check it out. I think you would really enjoy it. It would be something I would love to talk about on here. But it's something that I think you would enjoy because of the history and what his challenges were. And what they really talk about is how much has changed to today, and not that much.
I love
So-
any good documentary. I don't have to like the fucking topic to like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have to be into the topic to like the documentary.
I just watched one about the last company that makes matzah, a Jewish company that makes matzah in
You
New
don't have to say
York.
Jewish. I got it.
In New York. Well, not everybody knows.
There's no Catholic company making matzah.
Not everybody knows what matzah is. I guarantee some people aren't listening to this and don't know what matzah is.
Yeah,
So.
but there's not a Catholic company making matzah.
That's, yeah, you're right. So, but it's a really good doc.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
should check that one out too.
Yeah, I like people. I got one time. I remember I talked about the documentary about Mr. Rogers, and my friend was like, "Did you?" I was like, "It's all right." That's what I said. It was all right. And then my friend was like, "Did you watch Mr. Rogers growing up?" I go, "No." And he goes, "Well, that's why you weren't a fan of his, so you're not gonna like the documentary." I'm like, "I didn't do cocaine either, but Cocaine Cowboys was fucking amazing. Like, I don't have to do the shit to be like, you know, just because your name is Lady Heroin, don't mean you got to do it."
He's right and you're right. You know what I mean? But when you know the homework, you know.
Yeah, but again, like I'm not a fan of UM football, but I watched fucking UM. I watched the documentary.
It was great.
Fucking
It was great.
I don't have to be into this shit.
But I have to be interested enough to want to care.
But I got to
You know what I
say
mean?
that I
Good.
did do a lot of cocaine in the 80s, and I'm going to tell you, it really does make these movies better than what you guys are getting out of it. I'm just going to be honest.
Jamal Williams.
When in Miami, baby. When you're in Miami, you do what you do.
I was in Arizona, and we were fucking doing cocaine real nice out there at that
For real,
time.
in Arizona?
In Arizona.
Yeah,
All
that must have been trash
late
shit.
70s.
That must have been fucking stepped on shit.
No,
and
no,
all
no.
that.
Arizona was getting good from
Yeah?
Mexico. Yeah. No, it was good. We were stepping on it.
Jamal Williams. What up, A&A, long-time listener. Second-time emailer. I'm sitting here listening to the latest episode, and you had me dying at work after Andy's slick comments. But on another note, what do y'all think about The Cocksmith featuring Ving Vanes? Anyway, I got to get back on the clock, and Andy, I see you taking some of the baking soda out of the pack. Keep up the good work. Lastly, Aries, I spit my juice out when Andy asked you if you ever worked with kids before. Damn, I'm writing.
Jesus Christ.
Damn, I'm writing War and Peace. My bad, but I'm out for real this time. Okay.
That was a funny moment. That was one of
Yeah.
those classic moments.
Yeah, Nary, if you can think off the top of your head, not saying you have to do it now, but before we get done with this episode, we did an episode that we were talking about when I was on the Underground with Damon Wayans.
Right.
And we did a skit where all the male writers had to come up with porn names for movies and substitute the real actors' names with their porn names.
Actors, right.
Right. So, for instance, I did The Gaytrix, which was a
Yeah.
movie about Matrix but gay. And Lawrence Fishburne's character, his name was More Penis.
Right.
So,
That was great.
yeah.
More Penis is fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, Matrix is already gay, so I think that's hilarious that you made the Matrix even gayer because the Matrix.
You
is
didn't
already
like
gay.
Matrix?
No, I liked it. It's fucking dudes in leather. What are you talking about? How is that not gay? Like that.
There's
come on,
a
that's-
chicken leather in it too.
Sure. One chick, 14 dudes. Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's fine. Again, I think it's hilarious. I would say I don't know about the actor's name, but I would say My favorite movie, my second favorite movie of all time is Gladiator. So I would say Glad He Ate Her.
Yes.
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 Yeah, Gladiator. And then
But what's his name?
Russell Blow.
all right. Okay. Yeah.
Right.
All right. Yeah.
But if it's Glad He Ate Her,
Yeah.
he can't be gay. Russell Blow sounds.
yeah.
Yeah. But we were coming up with
Russell those sheets. Russell those, yeah. He's a porn guy. Russell the sheets.
Right.
But I don't know if that's a play really on his.
Russell Crowe, right?
Yeah.
Russell.
No, I get the Russell part, but like when people would say Wesley Snipes, Wesley Pipes,
Right.
you know what I mean? That staying within the vein of his name and porn.
Right.
It's like it feels like you're going out of your way to make that work.
You're reaching.
Well, we were dealing with one guy. This is what we had.
Yeah.
Right.
True.
But people wrote in, and some of them were really good.
The titles, I think, I'll be better with than the actors' names. Is hard because that's two names you're coming up with. That's fucking hard.
Accept the challenge.
Yeah, I get you.
More penis was good though.
More penis was
More penis.
Come on,
Especially from your point of view of the movie, because that's all that chick was looking for was some more penis.
Speaking of which, Bruce Bickley, couple of porn names, Sub Aries and Aries.
just thinking about the bullet time with the fucking jizz.
Yeah, all of that, dude. And then when we would read the titles, Andy and I would come up, what's the movie about?
Right.
So you're coming up with the porn movie, the plot. Sup, Aries and Andy, as a kid, saw Eddie Murphy getting interviewed by Johnny Carson, and he mentioned that there was a porn parody of Beverly Hills Cop called Beverly Hills Cop. Thought that was funny, so I thought I'd stick with that theme. And then okay, let me read it. Beverly Hills 90210, Down and Out in Beverly Hills, Troop Beverly Hills starring Shelley Long, The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. All of these have Beverly in them.
Yeah.
Beverly Hillbillies, The Slums of Beverly Hills, Beverly Hills Ninja. Also, real people whose names sound like porno stars. Hugh Jackman, Kate Micucci, Andy Dick, Dwayne Johnson, a.k.a. The Rock, Aries Spears. You see it, don't you? Yeah, dude, Bruce, I got what you were going for with the Beverly thing, but it would have been better if you gave us what we wanted, which was options. So it mixed it up. I thought it was Beverly Hills Cock, but I didn't hear about Beverly Hills. Which is better, Beverly Hills Cock or
Beverly Hills Cock you can't say on Johnny Carson.
Okay.
You couldn't say Beverly Hills Cock.
You could say, okay, Beverly. All right.
Yeah, you can't say cock on Johnny
Fast
Carson.
times.
Right, yeah.
Fat
Even
times
though
at Beverly
one
Hill
of
High
the
School.
greatest moments in Johnny Carson that I remember, and I mean I was a child. I was a legit child when Johnny Carson was on the air. But there was I saw an old clip of, I think it was Zsa Zsa Gabor was on, and she had her fucking cat. And she goes, and then she's with a cat, and she says to him, "Would you like to pet my pussy?" And he goes, "Sure, if you get that damn cat out of the way." Oh. And I thought and I remember being 12 when I saw that. Like fucking just tears come out.
Hilarious.
And then he said, "Get that cat out of the way!" And like it was fucking the greatest thing in the world.
Wait, real quick, how old were you when you saw that?
I had to be probably 12. I don't remember what year it was.
But here's what I'm alluding to. That to me shows you have a real comedic muscle. Most 12-year-olds wouldn't catch that.
No, that's pretty easy. Pussy and cat, that's a pretty easy.
Nary. Most kids wouldn't catch him going, if you get that cat out of the way.
Yeah.
They wouldn't catch that.
I'm the youngest of 4, bro. I got 2 older brothers. I was watching porn real early in my life, bro.
Accept the compliment.
Yeah,
you got a comedic bone in you.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
Did you like Carson? Did you think he was funny? Did you think he had comic?
Oh, he was racist as fuck, but yeah, I thought it was funny.
That's
That's
not
like,
the question
dude,
I asked.
when you watch a lot of the Disney cartoons and SpongeBob, there's so many sexual innuendos that kids don't catch. They're not supposed to.
They're not supposed to.
Because the kids.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. When he goes, get the cat, and you're 12 laughing at that, you knew that?
But 12 is a good.
Kind of old.
Yeah,
You're in junior.
I appreciate you. I'll take the compliment.
Most people are stupid.
You're in junior high at 12 years old. Though.
Most people are stupid at 22.
That's true.
But did you find Carson funny?
I wasn't an avid watcher, and I've seen clips of him now on YouTube, and I think, but the clips I've seen are like the best of situations. So those I thought were funny, but I was a child, but I was an actual.
How old are you right now?
I'm 41.
Okay.
So, however, like Carson, I remember Jay Leno being the Tonight Show guy for me was Jay Leno. Yeah. So I never saw like a live version.
You were never like staying up at late night.
Jason Bowles, bad.
That's
porn.
that's not, that could be
Yeah.
a porn.
Or maybe it's Bowles. I think I'm saying it wrong. Bowles. Bad porn names.
Jason stab him.
Yeah, Jason Statham.
Yeah.
We did one called the Transporter.
Nice.
He was, what was the plot?
Or Transformer.
Well, but then that makes you think
More
of
than meets the eye.
the dick meets
Right.
the
Right,
jizz
right.
shots. Right. All right.
More than jizz the eye.
Yes. Autobots.
Engage.
Engage.
Oh shit. She's waking up. Roll out.
Right.
That's that Bill Cosby Transformer.
Yeah, it's the rape
That's a Bill
Transformers.
Cosby Transformer.
Damn. All right. What's up, guys? Long time listener, first time writing in. Here's a funny porn name: Little Shop of Horrors, starring Rick Moranis.
Nice.
Like that one?
Nice. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait, that guy with the Beverly Hills, that guy's a $10 make you holler, man.
Is he?
Yeah.
But he didn't really do anything.
Exactly. He didn't do anything. Made you read that fucking email to go with Beverly. He just Googled movies that have Beverly Hills in it and just changed it to Beverly, which was Eddie's joke.
Could have been Fast Times at Beverly High School.
There you go.
There you.
Right. Okay. Let's see. Joseph Schultz. Cherokee D. Ass. Dear Steinberg and Spears, longtime listener to the podcast.
Oh, he said Steinberg and Spears. He
Yeah.
he gave Andy the top billing.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
all right.
All right.
We really know who the boss is.
No, that's cool. No. Yeah, it's Andy. He goes first.
Don't get this motherfucker replaced, nigga. I'll keep this short. When I was 17 and a senior in high school, I was an assistant to a teacher who taught cinema appreciation. I mostly graded papers from a separate desk with a built-in computer. You look down into that covered my legs. Anyways, YouTube just was invented, and I would go crazy watching Cherokee D. Ass videos. And one time, while the class was watching Back to the Future 2, I took the chance to polish the sheath. After a few pumps, it was lift off, and soon after, the guilt of what I had done set in. But I think mostly went unseen. The lights were off, and when I looked up, everyone was in their own worlds, and the teacher was trying to get the class to engage with the film. So I think I'm okay. Thanks, guys. I hope you get the chance to read this. P.S. Men in Black is a great film for a porno. Joe. Oh, wait. Men in Black. Men in Black Men. Oh, Men in Black Men.
Oh, yeah.
Men in Black Men. Ooh, shit. That cuts deep.
You know the difference between me and you?
I make this look good. And afterwards, he goes, did you just fuck me in my ass? Look at this pen.
You gotta do that with the Bill Cosby voice.
Look at the pen. Bazing. Yeah, okay. Bill Cosby makes the noise. Cherokee the Ass, dog. Yeah.
What's Cherokee the Ass?
She's a black porno.
Okay.
Huge in the black community. She's like a god.
In YouTube? He said YouTube.
Man, he probably meant Pornhub.
May I guess.
No,
He
but
said-
I think she has some regular videos though on YouTube, but
Yeah,
without
but
the porn.
But
and
he's
just,
talking about when he was a
just
kid,
where you can
right?
see her ass though.
He's talking about when he was a kid. He was talking
Right.
about. He's talking about recently. He's talking about.
Yeah, when he was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I like the fact that he's still like, I think I was okay. But the fact that you didn't get suspended shows you that nobody saw.
Right.
Like that.
Right.
But he's still in his mind. He's like, I think I'm okay. Like there was no thinking. You made it, man. You ain't get suspended for this shit. You would have known if they caught you, dog.
Back then,
Nobody's staying quiet. If they caught you,
no,
nobody's
no,
like,
no,
just let
no.
him jerk off in the back.
Back
It's what
then,
he
you were
does.
allowed to come on the person sitting in front of you.
Nick D, porno
Times
film
have
names.
changed.
As long as you don't keep talking during the movie.
Hey,
You know, that's right.
Blackisms, niggisms. Hey, not wrote in for a while. Been playing catch up on some episodes. Some Indiana, and before I read this, we got stuck on one because I said Indiana Bones,
Right.
But I was like, you know how they have those names, Indiana Bones, and there's something of the Red Skull. I was like, there's got to be something with once you get past Indiana Bones, whatever the movie description is, how do we make it porno-like, you know? And so I guess this dude is doing that. Indiana Bones, the Temple of the Womb. Indiana Bones, the Raiders of the Lost Arse.
Nice.
Indiana Bones, the Last Crusade. You
I like that one.
Like
I
that one.
I like that
Some others, Reservoir Doggy Style, starring Hyvie Keister. Or Keister, is it, man?
It's Keitel.
I know, but what is
Keister?
Keister means what? Ass?
Ass.
Oh, okay. Shaving Ryan's Privates, starring Tom Hanks. Licking Above the Rim, starring Gottwood Harris. And finally, Schindler's Fist.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Great pod as always, Nick D. I love you did the Jesus. Dude, I gotta say this because you said Jesus.
Passion of the Cock.
That's hilarious, nigga.
That's what he made. Immediately when he said Schindler's Fist, I go, Jesus Christ. I go, oh, Passion of the Cock.
Dude, let me tell you, and I'm a Pacino fan.
Yeah.
Would you say you think you've seen every Pacino movie?
I've seen a lot of them.
Okay. Did you ever see this? What the fuck?
Cruising?
Did you ever see Cruising?
No, but I know all
You know what it's about?
Yeah.
Dude, I read the description. I said, I don't want to watch this, but it's Pacino.
Right.
So I'm going to watch this. It's
Right.
great. There's a scene in the movie where he goes into the gay district of New York, the Village, and a dude is chained up in a certain way, and there's a crowd around the dude that's chained, and Pacino is witnessing a fisting. When they show this scene, and now obviously they didn't show the fisting, but you got the innuendo.
Oh, well, never mind then.
I
No need to watch this movie then.
Nary, I swear to God, when the dude went, I went, Jesus Christ.
But the thing that's overlooked about the movie is Pacino did a good job in the movie.
He does an excellent job in everything he does.
It's just
Have you seen Jack and Jill?
No, that's Adam Sandler, isn't it?
Pacino's in the movie.
Is he?
And it's a major part of the fucking movie.
Really?
Major role in the movie.
I never seen
It's
it.
so fucking.
It's bad.
Here's the thing. I like the movie, but it's bad. But I like the movie.
Because you like it because it's bad, though, right?
I guess it's like once you get over the fact that Adam Sandler's playing his twin sister, his own twin sister, if you get over that, the rest of the movie is fine. It's good. Like it's even fun. Al Pacino is playing Al Pacino in this movie. He's playing himself. He's playing a version of and he's playing this where he falls in love with Adam Sandler's the female character or whatever, and he's trying to get hooked up, and Adam Sandler needs him to play himself in a fucking Dunkin' Donuts commercial because they're promoting the Dunkachino. So he's on stage playing Macbeth. And he gets a phone call, and he takes the fucking phone call, right? Pacino. And everybody's like, what the fuck? You taking a phone? And he's Pacino. So he's like, hey. So he starts giving a fucking speech from The Godfather. And fucking guys in the audience who are there watching Macbeth, who don't want to be there, but their wives want to watch Macbeth, the guys are fucking crying because they're watching Pacino fucking do the God. Like, he's literally saying, like, you want me in, you pull me back, and he's doing all this shit.
Right.
And the fucking guys are like, this is the greatest moment of my life. And I'm fucking dying laughing. And then I'm looking at myself like, am I laughing at fucking Jack and Jill? I feel like that dude jerking off to Back to the Future. I was just like, I feel so ashamed. Like I'm just laughing at Jack and Jill, but it's fucking funny, man.
Dude, the only
But bad
and
funny.
maybe because
I wanna see it, though. I
was a kid, it did something for me. But looking back on it now, again, Pacino don't give many bad performances, but what did you think of him and Dick Tracy?
That whole movie sucked.
That was the problem. That was the bigger problem.
The whole movie fucking sucked. The whole movie was garbage.
The shadows were good. The way they filmed it, the shadows were all right. To try to do a film noir.
Oh,
kind
thank God. You said, I think we're talking about, I forgot that they were in the movie. You said the shadows. I was like, we just call them black people. Why you gotta be like that? Why you gotta fucking, Jesus Christ, man. But I forgot the shadows were in Dick Tracy. I forgot. Yeah, Dick Tracy. But I literally saw the movie once as a kid. And I remember the hype was real, bro. The
Yes,
hype,
yeah,
I had the
big
shirt.
deal.
I had the Dick Tracy shirt with the silhouette and that.
Yeah.
fucking
When
hat,
Madonna
the
was in
fedora.
it. When Madonna was at her
was a fucking
Madonningest.
big deal. And then I watched the movie as a kid. I was like, this movie like it just sucked. Wow. I was just like, this movie's hot garbage. And I try to watch it again as an adult because one of my best friends loves the movie.
Right.
And I'm like, let me go back to try to watch it. I always do that. I go back to try to watch shit.
Right.
And I'm like, and sometimes it works out. Like The Rocketeer, I thought it was cheesy as fuck when it first came out. And then now I can appreciate it for its cheesiness. I'm like, oh, okay, I like it now.
What's the fucking movie? I get you on The Rocketeer, even though I kind of enjoyed The Rocketeer.
I like The Rocketeer now as an adult. I like it.
Right.
I like it. But I do think it's cheesy, but I do enjoy it for its cheesy.
Here's a movie
But the Dick Tracy.
Here's a movie I thought was phenomenal as a kid, and I don't want to rewatch it because I don't want it to spoil
Right.
my memories. What do you think of Billy Zane in
The Phantom?
The Phantom?
Garbage. Oh, so bad. Oh, so bad. This dude's in a fucking, purple leotard riding horseback in a jungle. This is the stupidest. It's so fucking bad, dude. It's which movie was bad, but now as an adult, I appreciate it for the cheesiness. It was The Shadow, very much like in the same time frame as the Phantom.
Right.
The Shadow with Alec Baldwin. I like that now.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Did you like They're Alive?
Which was there?
Or is it They're Alive or They Live?
They Live.
They Live.
Yes, They Live.
I love that.
I love that.
But I watched it recently and it didn't.
It was alright. It's very heavy-handed, like marketing. It's all about
They Live.
capitalism.
That's the movie about the Mexicans trying to cross the border, and some of them. Touche, motherfucker. Shadows, nigga.
Did you? Do you know what They Live is though?
No.
No.
Oh, you got to see. You got to see it. We should do some bad movies on here every now and then.
I would love to do that with Nery.
You know what? So you talked about the fisting thing, right?
Right.
So this is one time. I swear to God, it's a true story. So one time, my wife and I we turn on.
It's weird when you say talk about fisting. It's true story. Swear to God.
Where is this going?
Swear to God. So my wife and I are watching the movie, and I'm not gonna name the movie now because if I name the movie, you're gonna understand where it's going already. So we're watching a movie. We start a movie. I put it on because I had never seen it. It's a classic. I had never seen it. Put it on. My wife and I get into a heated argument. Now, my wife and I don't really fight. We disagree a lot, or we may have discussion, but we don't really throw down, fucking yell fights. We don't really have those. I could count on one hand the amount of times we've done that in 14 years. And this was one of them. We're fucking fighting. We're arguing, right? Going back and forth. And then, you know how when something's on the fucking TV, no matter how, like, to the listener, I'm, like, talking to you, I'm facing you, but if there's the TV's next to me, I'm, like, you just keep watching whatever, you just do whatever. So we're arguing and blah, 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 blah. And on the fucking screen, the movie was Deliverance. So we're watching a movie. I know about the movie, but I had never seen it.
Right.
So, but I didn't think that scene, which I already knew about, I didn't know that scene happened in the beginning of the movie. For some reason, I thought that was the fucking end. I don't know. I thought that would be the end of the movie. And then my wife and I were arguing, and we're going back and forth. And then the argument is like, no, but you said, and slowly but surely, the arguing starts fading, and there's less and less talking because both of us are looking at the screen, watching this dude get raped, and going, squeal like a pig, boy, wee,
Right.
and then, literally, it goes from like, no, you said that you were talking about, no, that's not what I said, because if you listen, no, I never said, and then we just were just mesmerized as if we were watching a car accident, as if we were driving by a car accident, and we were just like, and then you could have paid me $1 million 10 minutes after that to be like, what was that fight about? I'm like, I don't know what the fucking fight was. Like, it just, my mind.
So you're talking about no matter how intense the argument is, that drew your attention
Correct.
away from it.
Correct.
Comedies do that for me and my girl. When we were in an intense argument, the world's greatest comedy came on. It was the scene from The Accused with Jodie Foster.
Dude, what my favorite part of his story is that he believes that the male rape scene would be the finale.
Yeah,
of the movie.
how do you follow that? How do you, like, they told me, like, I knew about this movie, being a fan of movies and film in general. I know about the movie, right? Like, I know about Cruise. I know about the Deliverance, but when they go, oh, there's a male rape scene and Screw Like a Pig Boy, and that line is super famous, right? Even if you've never seen the movie, you've heard that fucking Screw Like a Pig Boy. And I just assumed that would be at the end. You going to follow this? You got another fucking hour and 20 in you after this? This is crazy talk, bro.
And that's Ned Beatty.
Oh, so, oh my God.
Of all the people to get fucking male raped.
I mean, it's not gonna be.
Well, his physical form is very piggish.
Yeah. And it's very.
He was a lot thinner back then.
Was he?
Yeah. Well, but it's still. It was either gonna be him or Burt Reynolds, and Burt Reynolds was not about to get raped. That wasn't gonna happen.
No. Burt Reynolds will rape you while you're raping him.
He's like
no, that's Chuck Norris.
Like Chuck
Norris.
Yeah.
Ollie D, NBA refs ruining the game. Hey, A&A, wanted to get your thoughts on something. Why is it that the refs these days are so eager to give a player a tech or eject them from the littlest thing? I know things like this have been going on for a while, but I really feel like it's gone to a ridiculous extreme now. I mean, a player can't even do normal bounce pass to a ref without getting a tech. Also, Fred Van Fleet made a comment about the officiating for his game. Wondering if you guys saw that, and it's been gaining traction, probably because he's saying what every other player is thinking. Anyway, love the pod. Peace.
I love when he says it's going to cost me. This is going to cost me, but I'm doing it.
Right. I love that moment. I don't know if you ever, I think it was a Christmas game when Shaq cursed on TV, and he said, some, and the refs are, nobody pays to see the refs. They fucking up the game. And then the guy goes, Shaq, we're on live TV. He's like, I don't give a shit. I think people want old school basketball back. The physicality
I gotta
of it.
be honest with you, man. I think refs have been that way. Rasheed Wallace got a fucking tech for looking at literally staring at a ref.
You can still get him from looking at a ref.
Just
Well,
looking.
But that's the rules
But that
now.
was still in the fucking.
But
It's
certain
intimidation.
Guys, but
Intimidation.
certain guys had a target on their back.
Right.
Him, Rodman, the refs. It was
No,
personal.
Reggie
Yeah.
Miller had it too. There's certain
No, Reggie didn't get it like them.
No, there's certain refs that didn't like Reggie, and he would get calls. There's refs
only
that,
when he was playing against Michael.
no, there's refs that just don't like certain players and call fouls.
But
on
say what you
players.
will, but the refs nowadays are bigger, stronger, faster.
faster. You know what I mean?
Phoenix doesn't get nearly enough calls though. I'm just gonna say they for whatever reason they don't give any calls to Phoenix. I shouldn't say any, but it's always pretty. There's a disparity.
Nary, I know because you're a Floridian and a Miami somewhat native.
Somewhat native.
And-
Been here 38 years. I guess.
I know, but you're Nicaraguan, right?
Yeah.
So you didn't come here, right?
I came here right away.
You came on an inner tube, nigga.
Nah, I can't. I took a flight. Nah.
all right.
I ain't Cuba, bro. You can't swim from fucking Nicaragua, bro. It's a whole other.
That being said, and I know y'all had some glorious moments when LeBron was playing for Miami.
Right.
But our friendship hinges on this answer of yours. Now that he has surpassed Kareem, is he better than Michael?
No.
Thank you. We're still friends.
No, he's been better than Michael for years already.
Oh,
He
you
has-
cocksucker.
Nah, it wasn't the Kareem thing. He's been better for. Yeah, man, come on. He won in Cleveland. Nobody wins in Cleveland.
You're serious?
No, just like to fuck with you,
Oh.
man. Just like to fuck with you. I don't care. I think it's ridiculous to be a judge comparing different eras because it's again different eras.
You're one of those.
However, I'm okay with anybody saying Michael is better than LeBron or LeBron is better than
Don't
Michael.
ever give me a vaginal answer like that again.
No,
we're men. We're warriors. It's what we do.
No, I'm okay with anybody. I just don't like the wishy-washy. If you say, hey, man, Jordan's better than LeBron because he won Defensive Player of the Year, LeBron's never won that. And if you give me those kind of shit, that's fine. But don't give me he won more championships. Well, then Bill Russell. No, but Bill Russell played in a different time. But LeBron played in a different time than Jordan. No, but it's different because it wasn't as far back as a different time. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, pick one or the other. Either you just flat out say Michael's better than LeBron, and that's it. That's your statement. I'll accept that. But don't give me because and then give me asterisks. It's because he has more championships. What about Bill Russell? Oh, no, I mean, that doesn't count because there's an asterisk because there was mostly white people. I'll get the fuck out of here. Pick one or the other,
I'm
bro.
going to show growth because I've done this so many times to a nauseum that I know the fans of this podcast know my stance on what you just said. So I'm going to let you have that because you're the guest. So
I'm okay. Like I said, if you're going to say Mike is better than LeBron, fine, say it. That's cool. I'm all right with that. I'm okay with that.
All right.
Mike was the shit. You can't. I mean, I'm a fucking kid I was born in '81. Prime years, bro. I learned about basketball during Michael's reign.
Let me ask you this question.
Never forget it.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
This question, same question in a different way, and see if we can come up with an answer that actually works. Who's more important to the game, LeBron or Michael Jordan?
Michael.
Important. This has nothing.
Well, again,
I'll give you. And you can name anybody.
I acknowledge that Michael is more important, but because Michael became first, it's kind of like that tree branch thing that we were talking about. When you start at the top of the tree, when you say who's more important,
Okay, but
without Michael, you don't have a LeBron because LeBron looked up to Michael. It's understandable. That's facts. Those are not opinions anymore. LeBron grew up watching Michael, and if it wouldn't be for Michael, LeBron wouldn't have anything to look up to want to be.
But anybody could say that about Jordan in regards to Dr. J.
No, but
Correct.
do you think Jordan isn't still more important? With Dr. J, you think he looked up to Dr. J's game?
Michael?
I mean, I knew he looked up to him in that way, but do you think that was ever in Michael? Do you think Michael Jordan would ever picked Dr. J's number? Do you think that he would ever follow in the footsteps and think it that way?
I think Michael, in certain aspects, emulated Dr. J, but being the competitor that he is, he also went, I'm going to surpass
This.
and be better than Dr. J
Did you hear,
and make my own
did
mark.
you hear Kevin, what's his name? The guy with the Boston Celtics, he's retired now. Kevin, fuck, why am I blanking on this dude's name?
McHale?
No. The dude who's in Boston.
Kevin Perkins.
No, the dude, that's Kendrick, not Kevin.
Oh, sorry. Well,
I just
we don't
want
have
to
any-
say Mike and Mallett. I just want to say Mike and Mallett. The bad day. Nigga tongue sound like it's bigger than his mouth.
The dude that played in Minnesota and then he went to Boston.
Kevin Love.
No.
no.
Wait, he played in Minnesota.
Peter
Kevin
Burnett?
Garnett.
Kevin Garnett, thank you. Did you hear the story about Kevin Garnett? So Kevin Garnett said that us on a recent podcast where he talked about Kobe, that people don't even realize why he picked 24. He picked 24 because he said, I'm not going to be Jordan. I'm going to be one better than
the
Jordan.
next one.
And I thought that was gangster as fuck. I'm like, that's fucking
never heard that, but
I never heard that. I don't even know if that story's true because, again, Kobe's passed.
No, it sounds like
But
it would
it
be true.
checks out.
Because the gangster shit that I heard Kobe say in the same vein was, he goes, everybody keeps telling me,
Black Jesus?
everybody keeps telling me, yo, when you play Michael Jordan, don't look him in the face. Don't look him in the eyes. And he goes, why wouldn't I look him in the face? Why wouldn't I look him in the eyes? Y'all got to understand, I'm that too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm that too.
Yeah. I'm also a ball hog. He knows. He's like, I also don't pass. He knows. He's like, hey. Come on.
Right. And you know what? This
R.I.P.
again puts it in perspective. Are they gonna make a movie called what about LeBron based on a sneaker? Air. You know what I mean? That again is the legacy of this man.
Well,
Look, man.
no, but there's a different legacy because Braun can make any movie that he wants because he is running Hollywood right now.
He even made that bad fucking
the
House Party movie.
Yeah, and he made.
And for the record,
House Party was awful. Dude.
Space Jam 2 didn't outdo Space Jam 1 at the box office.
No, well, Space Jam 2 came out during the pandemic, so it wouldn't outdo him in the box office.
I heard that's what caused the pandemic.
Facts. It's facts. But he House Party. Did you see the new House Party?
Come on, dude.
Did you see it though?
No.
So bad.
No.
It was so
Really? What was?
It was so.
What was your first clue before you went?
No, maybe I'm a bad judge of trailers, bro. Cause I saw the trailer and go, okay.
I saw the trailer and went, nah.
Yeah, I know.
Because we was
But the
raised
moment-
on House Party 1.
Yeah, see, that's the reason.
And that's a
it.
classic.
But you already the moment the title. If they would have come out with that trailer and named it something else, not House Party, you would have been into it. Or at least more open to it. Because the moment they said house Party, you're like, they're ruining my childhood. That's what fucking Aries yelled at the
Well, listen,
TV.
House Party 3 ruined my childhood.
Yeah. When Andrew Santino showed up though in this new House Party,
Yeah.
I was like, this could be something. And then I saw some more trailers, and I was like, nah, it's not going to be.
Dude, that movie is so bad. It was really fucking.
How big was Andrew Santino's part? Do you know who he?
Yeah, he's a neighbor. Yeah. I watched for about an hour, and he was in there for like 5 minutes. Like that scene that you see in the trailer, that's all he had. That for the first hour, and I just couldn't get through it anymore. They were like in the quote unquote midst of the party, where this party's getting out of hand, and I'm like, no, it's not. That fucking party's fine. It's not getting out of hand. You know when you watch the original House Party and you're like, oh shit, this shit's getting out of hand. This was not that. This looked like they were like it looked. You know when you get the same actors in different,
Right.
and then they had to like as the camera's rolling, the actors are running behind you to create the illusion of a crowd. That's what it felt like. I'm like,
Right.
why is
Well-
there 12 people at this party and you think it's getting out of hand?
When Full Force shows up at your house party, it's out of hand.
What you talking about, them 48-year-old high school niggas?
Yeah. They even the one part that
I
you
think
would
he says-
hate, the one part you would hate in the new House Party that I already went through half the movie, an hour of the movie. The one part that I thought, hey, that's pretty cool. It's doing like a nod to the original. They literally do a dance off and they literally bring back the Kid and Play. They do the Kid and Play,
Right.
and you go, okay, it's a little nod to the original, a little tip of the hat. I thought that was you would hate that. But
Listen,
look at him, he's so mad. He's so mad.
I know Chris Reed,
Right.
kid,
Yeah.
cool dude, but
Was he mad?
I don't know. No, I don't think he was mad, but that nigga hair now looked like very cancerous.
Yeah.
Like nigga, when you had the high top
No,
fade,
it wasn't
it
them.
was the coolest
no,
shit.
but it wasn't them. It was the two main actors of this movie doing
the
the
redoing the whole
play.
thing.
Oh.
Have you seen? Have you worked with Chris Reed? Have you ever been on a
No,
show with him?
no.
Have you ever seen his comedy?
No.
Have you ever seen his comedy?
No.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Is it good?
I
Okay, cool. We're just moving on.
Last one. Oh, here he come. Watch out, girls. He'll beat you up. Oh, here he come. He's a woman beater. Ronald Williams.
He's back.
Yep, episode 206. What up, A&A? Episode 206 is so cringy. It was about Trump. Grabbed him by the pussy because he said that y'all said he shouldn't be president. That was real hate for Trump because the fucker we got in office now is way worse than Trump. He's been a racist his whole life. It just seems to amaze me how the media, like Andy said, don't hold him accountable. Y'all don't even call his bullshit out or the cracker love Harris out and Aries.
Sure. Cracker.
Cracker.
It's with an A.
Yeah, and you're a black man. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Cracker.
And
If you say it with an ER, that's real racist.
Right.
But if you say it with an A, you're cool.
Yes. And Aries, I'm not trying to trigger you. Please, this is no disrespect to you. Love the podcast and hold up, bitch. You spell milk on the counter. I'll get back to y'all later. Yeah, when I read this, Ronald, I don't know what you mean with the whole milk thing. Disrespect. I don't. Please explain that to me, because I didn't know what you meant by that. And before we relinquish the floor to Andy, warming up his pipes.
No, I don't really have that much.
No. But Nary said something earlier in the green room when you said the analogy about shit versus diarrhea.
Yeah, there's shit and diarrhea, man.
So yeah, in regards to Trump and Biden, listen, we all know it's there's evidence. We've seen it, we've heard it. Biden saying racist shit. But again, this is America. What white man hasn't? And Trump, we know who he is. So to Nery's analogy, shit versus diarrhea. It all stinks. It's all bad. And before I relinquish to Andy, let me just say, and I know
Yeah, now I got things to say.
And I know Andy and I think we vaguely talked about this. We watched the documentary, I can't remember if it was on Showtime or HBO, about Ronald Reagan. And they said Reagan was a racist. I saw one of the episodes a couple days ago, and I must have missed this part, but they played a phone conversation between Reagan and Nixon, and Reagan had been to Africa, and he said, I can't believe those monkeys something, and they still are allergic to shoes. But he referred to Africans as monkeys.
What if he was talking about actual monkeys?
Because they don't
What
wear
if he was
shoes.
talking about actual monkeys? Like, I can't believe they haven't trained because, fucking Michael Jackson has a monkey and he's got shoes.
Well, don't forget.
I can't believe these monkeys.
No.
hilarious.
Don't
That's
forget.
hilarious.
Ronald Reagan worked with Gonzo. There was a monkey that wore shoes.
I'm not gonna let y'all do that to me. Fuck that. Y'all not gonna have me sitting over here questioning whether or not this nigga's not a racist. We know which monkeys he meant, goddammit.
Well, whatever do you mean, Aries? What monkeys did you think he meant? Maybe you're the racist.
First of all, before you even go that far,
Jesus.
I don't need to throw anybody in a racist pile because we know what it is, okay? But don't forget, there's also the difference between racism and what people said, whether it was right or wrong. Don't forget the guy who led the whole, signed everything for the civil rights movement, did everything, was one of the most foul language person that used the N-word more than anyone else ever has in the White House.
Lyndon
okay?
Johnson?
Yes, including Reagan and everybody else.
Okay. I said I'm okay.
Boy, these niggas have got to
Wouldn't it be
start
great if you would just...
marching on time. I'm tired of always coming to the march early, and these niggas, specifically my right-hand man, Reverend Abernathy, this nigga needs to get his shit together.
He's trying to get his shoes.
He's trying to get his shoes. When will some of these monkeys in the march wear shoes?
Here's the thing that I would like to get back to when we said this. You said diarrhea or shit.
Shit and diarrhea.
Here's the thing.
There's both bad, but one is worse than the other.
Yeah,
bro.
one is worse than the other. But the media sucks its own dick because they want to be righteous, and this man was bad, so they had to do something about it. And they screamed and they hollered, and half the shit that he's done isn't any worse, if not less than what the guy that you have now that you ordained is the better person. Now, do I think that he's better because I think that the other one it talks so much fucking shit out of his ass that we could have caused a civil war, or at least this one isn't going to do that. But that don't make him a better person because he just realizes that he can't say it in front of people. He's just as fucked up.
I think that does make him a better person. I got to be honest with you. I hate to disagree. I think that does make him a better person.
But again, we're deciding between shit and diarrhea.
Yes, I get completely correct. Shit and diarrhea. But what Andy just said is they both are racist and they both think racist shit. Just one person says it out loud doesn't mean that the other person is better. Yes, it does. The fact that you're not saying it out loud, the fact that you have sense enough to go, if I say this out loud, it's
one's smarter than the other, not better.
But
not better.
But being smarter does make you a better president.
No, okay, maybe a better president, but I'm talking about as a person. But I'm talking about the media. The media is a piece of shit that doesn't hold everybody accountable.
Sure.
Hold everybody accountable.
Sure.
And when you want to put,
it's hard to hold everybody accountable.
Fuck that.
It's hard to hold everybody accountable when you're owned by corporations that don't hold. You're owned by fucking corporations, and corporations all want money, bro.
Well, and that's the bigger problem because now there's no papers. Papers used to be a little bit more independent, and they can't write anything. But these fucking people that come on and act like they mean something, fuck them.
Yeah,
I hate the media.
All these news companies are owned by major corporations. So if the president of GE does something fucked up, or an executive of GE does something fucked up, CNN's not going to report on it because they're owned by GE.
How about let's hold some of the politicians accountable? They want to put Trump in jail so bad, and I don't think they're even going to get to this. Right. But how about all the other bullshit that's going on? How about all the money that everybody is taking? How about when you're looking at these trades that everybody's making millions of dollars? This is all illegal shit, and they're not putting out that these trades. They're not filling out the proper paperwork. They're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. And you sit there on television like you're better than when you're just as much the problem.
Well,
fuck them.
I heard a comedian say this, and I don't know his name, so sorry I can't give you credit, but he was a comedian, and he said, if Trump does get arrested, is the Secret Service go with him? Does the Secret Service still go with him?
You can't fuck him in the ass.
Are they going to be wearing a suit? Are they still going to be wearing their suit, or are they going to wear the jumpsuit like in jail?
It's a good point.
With the earpiece, and I thought that was a funny bit.
Well, that's why he's not going. And if he goes, they're going to do something special because that's how they would have to do it. Yeah. Because he still has to get protection.
Yeah, I don't think he still has to. I think you lose your rights at that point.
You cannot. Former president was killed in prison today. It's not going to happen.
Oh no.
There's no way. Martha Stewart didn't do hard time.
Yeah, she made fucking vases and fucking
right.
She
and
did
this is
pottery.
A white man,
rich
alpha
man,
beta,
rich
white
no,
man.
but what are they trying to get him for? Hush money. Hush money's paid every fucking day.
Hey man, they got Capone on fucking tax evasion.
Yeah, but that's real because they didn't give the government their money. That's another.
But again, they weren't going after him for tax evasion. They just got it for whatever they could.
But they have already said that he has tax evasion. They could bring charges up against him, but they're not bringing those against him. Right. They're trying to get him on some bullshit because this is what they think that they have the best shot at.
Right.
This is what it is. The best shot at.
Best shot at. Exactly. Just like Al Capone and tax evasion. Not that he didn't do tax evasion, but. Let's be real. The government's not going to put you in Alcatraz, the hardest prison on earth, because of tax evasion.
No, actually,
the fuck out of here. You're not getting 7 years in Alcatraz for tax evasion when you're next to fucking killers and murderers.
Well, OJ got hard time for theft, and we know what he really.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but everybody knows why he got that. That was retribution,
which is hilarious to me. He stole his own
merchandise
and got murder time.
Yeah,
nigga.
Just go fucking sign shit again.
But how do you
just go sign shit again?
You know how much money he could have made signing butcher knives?
Yeah. Selling it on his website.
Are you kidding me?
Kidding me?
If he would have done the Ginsu knife ads,
he would have eclipsed. No, he would have competed against Ginsu knife. These motherfuckers cut
these
tomatoes.
OJ knives. What? Are you kidding me? Like George Foreman has a grill when you get the OJ knives. Oh man! And then people will be buying. If they're actual, real good quality,
right.
People will be buying them like, nah, man, he's a murderer. But say what you will, but these are actually good quality knives, man. There's always one person defending the knives. No. I'm not for what he did, but these knives are really good. though,
The
man. I
dicey
needed them.
knife is really good, but the slicer, that one off the chain. That one is the winner, man.
Hey, Nary, give out your info, man.
It's my podcast is naryscience.com or whatwashisname.com. That's the website. What was his name? Follow me on Instagram. I got some of your followers. Last time I was on here, a lot of you guys show love and support, so I appreciate you. I have a bunch of podcasts. Go to geekbro.net. There's a bunch of the Movie Bros podcast, the What's Up Bro podcast. All these, check these out. Appreciate you, man. Love you guys. Thank you for having me
Dates.
Dun, dun. You're listening to this. We're in LOL in San Antonio,
and
Texas.
before you read the dates, listen, to all of y'all out there, and again, I'm just say this to say it. For all of y'all out there that believe in God, hit me up on Instagram, send me emails about God and religion. I need y'all to put one in the air for me, man. I need y'all to say a prayer for me, man, because I got an audition on tomorrow for a Jason Statham movie. Big part, shoots in London. If I get it, May and June, I'll be in Europe. And Andy will I have to figure out how to do this podcast from over across the pond for 2 months.
Fuck, I'll just come to fucking Europe.
I would love that too.
So-
Have you there, Mike?
I'll do it.
So I really want this motherfucker. So please, y'all, put a prayer up in the air for your boy. My gay agent showed up here in Miami tonight, and this motherfucker was like, if you get
Your
this,
gagent?
my gagent, he's like, it'll change your life. This is the part we've been waiting for. Areas I believe you're due. Blah, blah, blah. So I would like for nothing more than to make this motherfucker happy in that way.
That way.
Are you going to do your impression in front of him?
The gay impression?
No. The ice cream.
Jason Statham.
I know. The Godfrey. I'm telling you, Godfrey made me.
What?
You have to brush up on my Jason Statham.
Godfrey's Jason
You saw that
Statham.
clip with me and Godfrey?
Yeah.
Yeah, his Jason Statham.
Nah, I think yours is good. You're fine.
Yeah?
You're fine.
All right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm not saying it's better than his, and I'm not saying his, but I'm saying like there's no you shouldn't. You know what I mean?
All right.
You're fine.
All
You're
right.
good. You can still
Thank you, Mike.
Yeah. It's that's really your shit is really good. I remember one time you sent me a clip of somebody, and I'm not gonna mention who, and you were like, "Yo, I need to know your opinion about these impressions," and you never wrote back. I gave you my opinion.
You know why I didn't write back? Because you said the opposite of what I thought you was gonna say.
I guess. I mean, we'll talk about it after.
I was like, yo, Nary, you really think that's good?
I said it was okay, not great. I said it was okay, not great, and then I said, and I gave because he did multiple impressions. And
Which was the impression though?
I forget what it was.
Will
now.
Smith? Was it Will Smith?
I forget what it was.
Damn.
But it was like a couple.
Oh, Luis Guzman.
He's awful, dude.
No, not Luis Guzman.
No, I
the
know.
guy that did the impression.
No, I know.
You do a Luis
was
Guzman?
awful.
No, the guy did Luis Guzman, and I sent it to Nary. I said, Nary, what do you think of this?
This is awful.
And I'm going because you're Spanish,
Right.
Luis. But you said that you thought it was decent.
No, I said Luis Guzman was the bad one. Everything else was okay. I said it was okay, not great.
Oh, he did multiple
Yeah, he did
impressions.
multiple impressions of multiple.
I know which one it is.
And I said they're okay, not great. Luis Guzman is awful.
Oh, thank you.
It was atrocious.
I was so hurt because I'm like, yo, I sent this to my Spanish friend. This is Spanish.
I'm not Spanish. I'm Hispanic. But all right.
Oh, you people with that.
It's
people.
completely different, though.
What do you mean, you people?
Whatever, man.
What do you mean, you people?
You know what the fuck. You just described my niggas as shadows, nigga.
You said they were monkeys. Exactly.
I got the right. I sent it to my Hispanic friend,
Yeah.
and I was like, yo, he really thought that was good?
No,
Thank you.
Luis Guzman was hot garbage.
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 All right, go ahead.
Back to the dates?
Yes.
LOL in San Antonio. You're listening to while we're out there right now, but we're going to be out there March 30th through April 2nd, followed by Columbus Funny Bone. We're going to be out there the 6th through the 8th of April, and we're going to take a couple weeks off. Aries has to, get some packing and figure out what he's going to be doing, what he's going to be wearing in Europe. And then we're going to be at the Arlington Improv, April 27th through the 30th, followed by Cleveland Improv,
Just a bit outside. Cleveland.
May 5th through the 7th. That's what we got for right now.
We got more coming up. But, You get bold because Nary here.
No, that wasn't. You were doing that. You were.
That's it. I guess that's
Were
it
you
for
a
us.
fucking pilot? If you look outside.
Imagine you look outside, you left. We're coming up on the. All right, there it is.
Spears and Steinberg.
Thanks for listening to the Spears and Steinberg podcast. If you'd like to know who's responsible for this shit, it was hosted by Ari Spears and Andy Steinberg, produced by Steve Merrick and Anthony Holmes, executive producer Big Papa Robert Kelly and Matt Kleinschmidt for the Laugh Button podcast. For more information on where to find us on the internet, visit SpearsburgPod.com.